Oh my god. Let me get a little towel here. Ooh, wow. Okay. What's going on, you guys? James here, and yes, I'm gonna keep it real with you. Adam Sandler definitely deserves to be nominated for an Oscar after this film. I cannot believe I just made that sentence out of my mouth. But before I dive into what I loved about Uncut Gems, if this is your first time here at the channel, welcome to Real James. Now, if you're wondering who that is, that's me, and I love talking all about movies, so I drop a new review each and every week. Don't miss out. Go ahead and hit the big red button below, subscribe to the channel, like this video, share it with all your friends, and of course in the comments below, let me know, what's your favorite Adam Sandler movie? Might just be this one. Alrighty, so let's dive into the latest film from A24 and the Safdie brothers, Uncut Gems. Uncut Gems is a story filled with a lot of high-intensity moments that surrounds Howard Ratner, who's of course played by Adam Sandler. He's a New York City jeweler, and he basically gets into a lot of trouble with loan sharks, and every dollar he earns, he spends 5 more. So he's a betting man. He loves gambling. One day, Kevin Garnett walks into his jewelry store, wants this rare gem that I guess Howard was so thrilled to show him. The thing is, he doesn't necessarily get it back right away, and now Howard has to work to make up the money he's lost and he owes to some really aggressive people, and he also has to get the gem back from Kevin Garnett. Oh, and he has to balance trying to reconcile with his wife and his kids because he's cheating on his wife with one of the people who works at the jewelry store. Wow, this is a complicated tale. Okay, so let's start with the obvious here, Adam Sandler. Before I stepped into this movie, I heard he's gonna be nominated for a Best Actor at this year's Academy Awards. And trust me guys, he deserves to be nominated because I've never seen him, one, in a role like this, and two, in a very dramatic setting. I mean, yeah, I'm familiar with his comedy movies, but Adam Sandler in this film is not like himself, and I think that's a good thing. He's intense, he turns it up to 11 in some moments, and then he brings it back down to earth. I mean, there are some scenes where he breaks down emotionally, just crying, bawling his eyes out, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I felt every bit of that emotion. I guess Adam Sandler's always had the chops, he just chose to be in Grown Ups 1, 2, and all these really bad Netflix movies. I'm just telling y'all, he's amazing in this film. And I think that's a huge testament to the Safdie brothers because, one, they brought the best out of Robert Pattinson in Good Time, which is another film you should see, and in this film, they've brought the best out of Adam Sandler. So I think that they write the scripts to where the actors can really just lose themselves in the role, and it's fantastic stuff. And here's the thing, they didn't just bring the best out of Adam Sandler, they brought the best out of Idina, Menzel, Julia Fox, and even Kevin Garnett. Kevin Garnett of the Boston Celtics and Minnesota Timberwolves. And if you've seen Good Time, you're familiar with the way the Safdie brothers actually create tension. That's what they're masters at. In Uncut Gems, the entire time I was gripping the end of this chair that I was sitting in because, let me tell you guys, I came in relatively unknown to the experience, and yeah, it was really tense. I mean, there were moments where I almost started sweating because everything just kept going one after the other after the other. Nothing necessarily stopped in Uncut Gems. And then the sounds. I mean, nothing was ear-piercingly loud like in Dunkirk. What you're dealing with is just a lot of shouting, a lot of screaming, the busy streets of New York, Howard yelling, his family going at it. But the thing is, this is very unique to the Safdie brothers style, and they're honestly one of my favorite directing duos in my lifetime. Now, I know I explained the story a little bit earlier. Honestly, it was not very enjoyable, but that's a good thing. The reason why it wasn't enjoyable was because I was seeing Howard go through all this pain and anguish, and then I was seeing him basically do it to himself. And then I would see his family suffer. And then I would see Idina Menzel still care for her husband even though she knows he's cheating on her. It's nuts. So if you're expecting a happy-go-lucky tale, this ain't it. Now, the biggest drawback in Uncut Gems is that maybe it feels a little exhausting in some moments, and I get it, that's the intention by the directors, but for me, I got a little tired of the constant screaming. I kind of wanted to settle into some moments, and that's probably just the way I watch movies, so I guess it's more of a nitpick than anything, but yeah, everything else was basically great. I love that the story made no excuses for Howard. He's a bad guy. He's made bad decisions, yet you still feel for him. I don't know, guess that's just me. So yeah, the Safdie brothers are 2 for 2 now. They had Good Time a couple years ago, and now they have Uncut Gems this year. The Safdie brothers should definitely get nominated for Best Director, and Adam Sandler 110% deserves to be nominated for a Best Actor award. What he does in this film is unlike anything I've seen all year long. Whenever Uncut Gems comes into theaters in your area, you need to absolutely watch this movie. And not only did I like like it when I left the theater, but it grew on me even more as I was sitting at home, writing the script for this review, and just remembering exactly the experience that I just went through. I don't know what it is about the Safdie brothers. They create moments, man. Alrighty, you guys, so there's my spoiler-free take on Uncut Gems. Again, see this movie. I can't stress it enough. Now, Uncut Gems isn't the only film that I've seen in December that is a must-see. You're gonna wanna stay tuned to everything we're doing here at the channel, so go ahead and hit the big red button below, subscribe to the channel, and tap the bell right next to it so you stay notified with anything new that I drop. Like this video, share with all your friends, even your Boston Celtics friends. They'll probably enjoy this movie too. And in the comments below, let me know what you think of Uncut Gems when you see the movie. Alrighty guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you at the next screening.